All right, I'm gonna try to bumble through modeling a tub like this with the Morph tool. So we have drawings down here of what the section, the plan, and the elevation should look like. We know the dimensions of the height are 2'1", and we're gonna assume this is sort of inner base, outer base. I think we can assume that because this is approximately 4'1". I believe when I was looking, it's 5 feet. I'm not exactly sure how these lines correspond to these lines, but at the same time, there's no base here. The thickness here at the lip is 1 inch, but here at the cross section, what I'm going to assume is the top lip is like 3 inches. So we're going to take this plan diagram with this being the top thickness and this being the base thickness as how we're going to model that. I'm going to go ahead and just select my Morph tool, and I'm going to magic wand out these excuse me, 4 edges. Now if we look at this in 3D, and while I'm here, maybe I'll just go ahead and say that there's my drain piece as well. Alright, so we'll go ahead and look at this in 3D. Now if I take these outer 2 pieces and drag those up 2'1", that's the section elevation height, and I want to let's go ahead and delete those. So here I've got that outer ring, the inner ring. Let's start with the inner ring, and I'm going to take those 2 and isolate those out in 3D. Now if I pull this up to here, there's that edge. Now what you notice is that there's 2 nodes on the corner here, and if I select this one, there's 1. So this is where I was running, as I was running through tests, I was running into issues. But what I found was, on the pet palette, if I grab that node and move it over, get that checkbox, that little closed pencil means that I'm on that point right there. Just to verify, yeah, that's that point. Now if I grab this edge right here and pull it close, it's gonna be close enough. This edge to here, and that edge to there. And it's not written in stone. I can zoom back in on that corner and try and finesse it down. But the reality is that's going to be as close as we need to get for that translation there. I'm going to do the same thing here. Again, take this edge right here, get that closed pencil, grab this edge, get it close to this edge. The other thing I noticed is that radius doesn't match, so I'm going to pull this volume's radius to match that edge. Now this edge I'm just using as the reference, so I'm basically trying to massage this thing around until it matches that edge right there. So I'm doing the same thing here, getting it close. Zoom in on that edge, pull it to there so it matches. Grab this edge, pull it to there so it matches, right? So now I've got the inner volume of this tub pretty close for what we need. I'll do the same thing on the outer volume. I'm going to grab this piece and show those in 3D, isolate them out, stretch this up with the push-pull command on the Morph tool, snap to something on here. I want the node right here to snap to a point. Oh, it's all the way over here. It doesn't show me when I'm moving it, so you kind of have to get close and find the right cursor projection. We'll grab this one right here, that guy right there, pull that to right there. We'll do the same thing on this side. Right, so that goes there, that goes there, this goes there. We're getting close. Oh, let's go this one right here. And I'm going to show you one thing here. Like, you can't pull this to here. You can't go those 2 points to this 1 point because it tries to extrude that polygon out. That's the reason that I'm pulling this to relatively close to this point right here. And you could really kind of fine tune and finesse and probably even flatten that edge out, or find some medium point between here and here so that you get more general curves. You don't get this sort of weird triangulation. But for what I need, this is as close as it needs to get. So I'm going to go ahead and grab those. Now if we pull the whole thing up, I can take this volume and delete it. I can take both volumes and union them together so that I can grab just this piece and delete it out. I can grab this edge and grab that. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Grab this and this, Boolean union, and I can delete the drain hole. Now my section didn't show the thickness of the base, but typically I would actually offset this base up. That's pretty simple because I've got the inner and the outer. If I grab this piece right here and just drag it up, whatever, an inch or something, I'm going to get that thickness automatically. You could recover it with a face, but that cleans that up. Now I do have this triangulation that's going to show in my elevation, but if I go to the settings and set it to hidden, right, now I get the volume, I get the shape. It's going to look right in elevation. I'm not going to see that triangulation if I go to floor plan, right? There's that floor plan. Let's go ahead and take a look at the settings, cover the fill, or cover with a fill. Let's make sure that we're using our plumbing pen. So 167 is the pen we want for that. We don't need to override these pens. 167 again. We'll set the building material to foam core. We've got a ceramic surface in our template, so we'll go ahead and use that. The rest of the settings I'm not too worried about. Now we'll go ahead and say OK. If we select it and go to File, Libraries and Objects. Actually, first, let's do this. Let's do this correctly. So I'm going to snap a screenshot of that. Go back to Plan, File, Libraries and Objects, save selection as Object, Tub 1, give it whatever name you need, and change details, set preview. That's where that screenshot comes in. Find the correct screenshot. I'm building a lot of objects today. There we go. Change, OK. Now we have a tub. That's the morphs. Here's the tub. We got a tub object. It can easily be stretched, pushed, pulled. The plan symbol looks okay, reasonably close to what was on the original. And that's how I would use the morph to create this custom tub from a DWG.